Hello there. We start in the United States, where, as you've been hearing, President Biden has been giving his first televised address since taking office. Before that, though, he signed a record-breaking $1.9 trillion economic rescue package for the United States into law after it passed its final vote in Congress on Wednesday. The first direct payments of $1,400, which will benefit most Americans, are expected to start arriving over the weekend. There's also bailout money for state and local governments and an increase in child and unemployment benefit, as well as more funding for vaccinations. Well, the plan was unanimously opposed by House Republicans. Critics say it goes way beyond what's needed to tackle the pandemic fallout and risks stoking inflation. So what are the long-term implications of all of this? Let's speak to Ed Stringham, who's the economics professor at Trinity College in Hartford, Connecticut, and president of the American Institute for Economic Research. It's a free market think tank. Thanks very much for joining me today, Ed. Ed, firstly, does it matter that President Biden did not have bipartisan support for any of this?
Well, it was interesting. He did campaign to say, I'm going to be appealing to lots of groups. And his first major legislation, it was totally a partisan issue. So people in his party thought it was great. People in the other party said, no, it's too big, it's wasteful. And so the fact that this is the way things are starting is a very interesting, maybe a preview of things to come.
I do wonder about that. Now, it's kind of a fiscal rocket, isn't it? A rocket fuel into an already pretty fiery policy mix over in the United States. Is it going to work?
It's, to me, I just look at these numbers and it's just like mind-boggling, the amount of the debt that we're adding to with all of these various packages. It's really going to start adding up. Now, the good news is I think the economy has been showing signs of growth, and that's been happening actually for the last few months. Stock market's been on a steady rise. We did see it increase 1% or 3% today based on what index you're looking at. But this has been a steady trend. The jobs markets are getting better. And I think most Americans are just ready to get back to work. Businesses are ready to move towards the future. And at least on that front, the president has been talking about how we need to get the economy back opening. The question is how fast. One can debate that. I would say we should go more fast. But in terms of people looking towards the future, I think the stock prices going up are the best indicator of future profitability of American businesses.
OK, but let's talk about what's going on at the other end of the scale here, of the income scale. Unusually for a rich country, lower income households are now sitting on quite a cash pile. Many of them got a $600 check before from the last stimulus package. How likely is it that lower income households are going to go out and spend this money that they're being given?
Well, yeah, you're right. There's a big disparity. And in most cases, many cases, the lower income people, the ones harmed the most, they're not part of the Zoom class. They don't have the ability to sit at home and watch, their computer. Many people, depending on the demographics, 20% of people, only 20% can actually work from home. 80% of people need to be out there. And all of those people, all of those groups have been left behind by a lot of these policies. So, manual workers or people working in the hospitality industry, restaurant industry, I think that those people have been really hurting. And I feel bad for them, frankly. That's not their fault. And so, some people call this policy a stimulus package, and other people call it a relief package to say, look, here's some money. Now, should they be paying extra unemployment in addition to the standard federal unemployment insurance? That's something I think, a lot of economists would question that. But yeah, certainly the lower income people have been most harmed by these lockdown policies.
And hopefully will certainly benefit, hopefully, from the stimulus package. Thanks very much, Ed Stringham, in America for us. Thank you.
Thank you.